Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless, wrong deck, my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your week ahead, right, before we start, you have the Emperor as your key to the week. So this week you are making an executive decision. This is the week where you finally sort of take everything by the reins, right? This is where you say to yourself, you know what, this is the direction that I'm moving off in. It also looks like this week you are setting some sort of boundary. This is about you putting your foot down to say, right, this is as far as we're going with this or over this or for this, and this is kind of where it ends. This is about you digging your heels in this week, Capricorn, and saying, you know what, I've covered. And you actually have, like, when we look back over the last, probably the last two and a half, maybe even 3 months for Capricorns, you guys have done a lot of shifting, a lot of changing. You've done a lot more bending than I've ever seen before, which is absolutely amazing, because it means that you're growing on a personal level, right? But this week I kind of feel like you've reached a point where you're like, you know what, I've given enough now. I've done enough changing. I've done enough compromising and no more, right? This is the point where I've taken on board other people's thoughts, ideas, methodologies, and all the rest of it. But this is where I have to put my foot down. This is where I have to draw the line. For some of you, this might be about a friendship where you're basically putting your foot down to say, you know what, this doesn't work anymore, or it's not what it used to be. This is about you being very honest. It's also about you being very forthright as well. For your actions and options, you have the Magician card. So you're very powerful this week, extremely powerful. This could be you deciding that you're going to either go into some sort of teaching, or maybe there's something that you want to learn. It looks like a lot of you have finally figured out what it is that you really have to say. Now, this doesn't mean that all of you are suddenly going to decide you want to write a book. Sometimes when you figure out what it is that you really have to say, that's when you discover what your life purpose is. That's what you discover. That's when you discover what your what your career is actually supposed to be, or what it is that you're supposed to be gaining. Because the Magician card is, it's a very powerful card, and this is in your actions and options. This is what you do. It's how you present yourself. So this week you could be really figuring out, you know what, this is the direction that I want to go into. And for some of you, it might be an aha moment. Maybe because the thing is, Capricorns are really good at taking a job and just working their way through it and deciding, you know what, well, this is my career. Your career and your purpose aren't necessarily mutually exclusive, all right? So this week, a lot of you could be having an aha moment where you kind of say, wow, you know what, actually, that feels like the direction that I'm supposed to be going in. And the beauty of it is you guys understand the... Capricorns, probably more than any other sign, they understand the ability that time has to bring all things to us, right? You have this natural innate ability to say, like, even if you know something's going to take you 10 years, you're like, that's fine. I know the result is set. I know the result is certain. I'll give it that 10 years. That's not a problem to me. That's one of the things that I really envy Capricorn energy. There's this innate sort of determination, grit, and also patience that they just seem to naturally exude, Now, I know a lot of you are probably sitting there thinking, like, oh, I don't know, Raph, I'm not necessarily patient, but I assure you, if you've got heavy Capricorn energy, you are in that area of life because you've been taught that you have to be. So it's kind of like, you know what, I'll relinquish control to whatever the PTB are saying, but I will work within that remit to bring myself to the place that I want to be. For your communications and conversations, you have the Nine of Pentacles. A lot of you, it looks like you are either connecting with a person in a position of power. This could be somebody that is very refined, somebody that is either very wealthy, somebody that's very well spoken, somebody that has really made a name for themselves or done very, very well. It looks like there's a lot of interaction with authority this week. It feels like you guys are really spending a lot of, maybe not necessarily spending a lot of time with people in authority, but it does look like the people that you're connecting with this week are movers and shakers. These are people that really have the ability to make a difference in your life, whether this is professionally, financially, you know, socially, all of it. You know, this is really big stuff. It looks like you're connecting with somebody that is really powerful this week, and it may very well be that you are becoming that person as well, but you're finding the track that you need to take in order to become that, you know, that vision of yourself. Money and materials, you have the Chariot card. It just keeps getting better. This is a fantastic week. Like I said, for some of you, I feel like this is, now you might not necessarily be making the change this week, but you might be figuring out the direction that you are now ready to go into. Your Chariot card for money and materials means that your finances are definitely going to pick up this week. You may find that you either have more money coming in than you realize, or maybe you're good with resources anyway, but maybe, just maybe, you are figuring out how to make whatever resources you have go a lot further. It's like you're able this week to spot opportunities to make your money work harder for you, which is really nice. I realise I've just got something wrong for the previous sign. Crap. Anyway, sorry, it's not relevant here. For your health looks good this week as well, and it actually looks like a lot of you are either getting to the bottom of a chronic situation that you might have had. Maybe this is because you're controlling your diet or your hormones better. For a lot of you as well, this sees you really paying attention to how you feel this week and using that to your advantage. Your home and environment, it looks like you're doing some sort of work on the home to make it more beautiful or more harmonious, which is really nice. And then for your love and relations, you have the Strength card, right? This is beautiful. For those of you that are partnered, it looks like you and your partner are just really on the same level this week. It's kind of like you might even find that you have that almost empathic link, like you can tell what each other is feeling. It just feels like a really aligned week, and it actually feels like this could be a week for your relationships where you think, you know what? It's been worth all of the crap that we had to go through to get here. It's been worth it, because look how much stronger it has made us as a unit, as a collective. This is really, really nice energy. It's probably one of the better weeks that you've had in a while, actually, I would probably say. For those of you that are single, it does look like there is someone coming in, but I have to be honest with you, I don't necessarily feel that this is somebody that lives close to you. I also don't feel like this is somebody that you already know. There is somebody new that's coming in, and because of the way that I see Capricorns, this person is going to be somebody that matches you. This person is financially very stable. This person is very, maybe not well spoken, but they've got their shit together, right? And you will know this person when you see them, because they will command respect. They will have that kind of really powerful energy around them. You know, it's going to be a really interesting one for sure. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.